Hello, good evening, everybody. We are back. We are going to be reading chapter 9 of the Empath Survival Guide by Judith Orloff, MD. I think this is maybe the last chapter in this book, so we are almost done. And then once we are done with the chapter, there's going to be sort of a back part that goes over all of the strategies and tips that she gave us throughout the book. All rolled into one. So I will read that one on my last video so that if you wanted that for reference, which I think is smart, so you don't have to go from chapter to chapter if you're looking for a specific meditation or tips on a specific subject. So we will do chapter 9 this evening. It is relatively short. And before I do that, I just wanted to show you guys my very special friend. This is Ellie. She is my Herman's tortoise. She's about 5 years old, and I just love her so much. She's my tortoise, and she's in my room with me right now. She likes to be with me. So I just wanted to share her with you guys. She's very far from full grown. Her life expectancy is 50 years. And like I said, she's about 5 or 6 years old right now, but she is not furry and snuggly, but she is actually cuddly and very gentle and sweet. So I just wanted to share her with you guys. She's very just calming to be around and just a sweet girl. So just wanted to share her with you. I'm just going to set her down. Okay, so let's get back to the task at hand. We're beginning chapter 9, the gift of being an empath. The empath's journey is the adventure of a lifetime. Sensitive people have much to be grateful for. You are able to experience exquisite passion and joy. You can perceive the big picture on a deep level. You are attuned to the beauty, poetry, and energy of life, and your compassion gives you the capacity to help others. You are not callous, shut off, or cold-hearted. Your sensitivities allow you to be caring, vulnerable, and an aware being. Empaths have a special relationship to nature. You feel a kinship with animals, flowers, trees, and clouds. You are drawn to the peace of the wilderness, the quiet of the desert, the majesty of the red rock canyons and the forests, and the vastness of the ocean. You can dance under the full moon and feel her loveliness in your body. You know how to be at one with the serenity of nature. You want to protect the earth, our mother, and conserve her precious resources. As empaths, you also have the power to positively change yourself, your family, and the rest of the world. In my medical practice, I've seen how empaths are often chosen to break the generational patterns of negativity in their families. They don't necessarily volunteer for this role on a conscious level, but it's nonetheless their destiny to fulfill it. When empaths heal themselves and say yes to honoring their sensitivities, they are saying no to patterns of abuse, neglect, and addiction that have been repeated in their relatives. The intergenerational transmission of pain stops with them. Through their recovery and the acceptance of their gifts, empaths are the ones who can repair the greater familial whole. Mindful, conscious people are the most effective agents of change. Move toward the light. That's this next one. The earth is not an enlightened planet. It is filled with tremendous suffering as well as tremendous joy. Our role as empaths is to use our sensitivities for the greater good and to tip the balance toward the light. Empaths must become warriors of light. Don't let the dark scare you. Trust the power of compassion. We need you to raise the vibration of the world. Children and adults change for the better when they are around others with strong, loving, and sensitive energy. You can embody that. The only obstacle that keeps you from shining is fear. As empaths, it is our assignment to gradually heal our fears so that they don't block our way to the light. As you do so, remember that you are not alone. You have angels and protection around you. By being vulnerable and strong, empaths represent a new model of leadership. We can have a huge effect on humanity by promoting mutual understanding, the path to peace in our personal lives and globally. But such revolutions will last only when the revolutionaries lead by doing their own inner emotional and spiritual work. Then the positive political, social, and environmental changes we need are possible. Through our sensitivity, we can create a compassion revolution and save the world. I love when the environmentalist David Orr says, "The planet does not need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, healers, restorers, storytellers, and lovers of all kinds. It needs people to live well in their places. It needs people with moral courage willing to join the struggle to make the world habitable and humane. And these qualities have little to do with success as our culture defines it." Empaths are pivotal to manifesting this shift. Sensitivity is the path to nonviolence. We can be the healers and restorers and seers and lovers if we keep our sensitivities open and stay centered in our power. We don't have to be afraid of who we are. My advice to you is to do good and be good. The rest will follow. A commitment to this goal is critical because there is a quickening in the world now and speeding up of time that mystics say will bring a reckoning of the light versus the dark on our planet. We need to take a loving stand. The more empowered you become, the more you can embody the change the world needs. Celebrating your gifts. Throughout your life, continue to clarify the ways your empathy serves you, others, and the greater whole. The following exercise will help you remember these instances of empathy in action, and it is also a way of saying thank you for your gift. So, a self-reflection exercise, embracing your empathy. It's helpful to be empathic many times throughout each day. Take a moment to reflect on the benefits this offers. Remember a time when you were able to empathize with your spouse's pain and you helped him or her with the depth of love you offered. Remember a time when you tuned into your intuition and just knew what the best choice was. By listening to your inner voice, you were able to pick the right job, the right relationship, or the right teacher. Remember a time when you were afraid and didn't know what to do, but instead of putting yourself down or obsessing on the fear, you showed empathy and compassion for yourself. This loving attitude got you through the fearful period. Remember a time when a friend experienced a terrible relationship breakup and you loved and supported your friend through the pain. Remember how, as a parent, an educator, or a caregiver, you were able to encourage a child to express their sensitivities and not be ashamed of them. Be happy that you could enhance a child's life in this way. The power of community. In addition to recognizing and embracing your gifts, I also recommend finding a community of like-minded people. Sensitive souls are by nature what I call co-empathic, which means our sensitivities can be amplified in wonderful ways when we're around other positive and sensitive people. In this regard, the power of 10 is greater than the power of 1. To reinforce each other's gifts and offer mutual understanding, I encourage you to form an empath support group in your location. It can consist of a few people or more. The beauty of community is that we can help one another. Being seen by even one person brings great solace to a sensitive soul. Coming together also offers a healthy perspective on managing our sensitivity. Empaths tend to take themselves quite seriously because life feels so overwhelming, but this only increases their stress. However, veteran empaths who have traveled this path and learned coping strategies can show those awakening to their sensitivities how to lighten up and how to find amazing solutions to dilemmas that don't have to overwhelm them. A support group can provide merciful relief and grounding when we are on sensory overload. I say more about getting a group started in the section, Creating Community, setting up your own empath support group at the back of the book. So this is, I think, something that she will cover when she puts all of her tips, meditations, and strategies in one section. And I'm so sorry about my voice. My allergies have been bothering me something bad from the weather here, so that's the one thing that always goes for me is my voice gets hoarse. The path to inner peace. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be the last section officially of the chapters in this book. So the path to inner peace. In your own growth process, remember that the path to self-acceptance, inner peace, and spiritual growth is not a straight line. It's a spiral. We keep returning to issues we thought we had healed, but this time around, more profound truths are revealed, which enhance our self-knowledge. It's what makes this path so exciting for me. I yearn to move closer to the light. Delving more deeply into the spiral of my life and the consciousness of love takes me there. Empaths embrace depth. Though self-awareness often makes us stretch beyond our comfort zone, it's painful at times. The result is that we become more radiant, compassionate, and solid in our connection to spirit. There is no human attainment more precious than this. Every morning upon awakening, I inwardly ask to re-enter the kingdom of spirit and the heart. Then I know I'm in my right place in the universe to start the day. Using the techniques in the Empath's Survival Guide can conquer the challenges of being sensitive and enjoy the journey. Reflect on the changes that you've experienced already since you've started reading this book. Notice how your life and relationships have improved when you embrace yourself as an empath. Celebrate your progress every time you listen to your intuition, assert your needs, or center yourself in the midst of chaos. Celebrate that you are no longer willing to deny your feelings just to make other people comfortable. Celebrate your ability to love your beautiful self today without conflict or second guessing. Be grateful for your progress. Baby steps are golden. And don't worry when you backslide. We all do sometimes, and in every circumstance, treat yourself with compassion. As an empath, you are part of a countercultural revolution to put what is humane back into humanity. I applaud you for being a path forger, willing to venture off the beaten track. I applaud your courage to face yourself, to express your authentic needs, and not to give up on the world with its many failings. We are all part of the empath family, connected by our sensitivities and heart. So let's draw on each other's strength and loving kindness. Let's feel comfort in the simple knowing that we each exist and that in our hearts we support one another from near and far. Even though many of us have not met yet, I send you all blessings and thanks for being brave enough to be authentically you. In closing, I offer this final affirmation for you to honor your sensitivities again and again on this journey. Empath affirmation. I will treasure myself and vow to have people in my life who treasure me as well. I will use my sensitivities to better my own life and the world. I will celebrate the adventure of being an empath. So that concludes all of the chapters, really. And the next section of the book is, it's called A Quick Reference Guide. And it's not so quick, I would say, but like I said, this puts everything together in one place, all of the meditations, tips, and strategies. So my next video, I will try to read at least half of it, and then, I'll do another video reading the last half, and then finally just completing this book. So yes, this evening was a shorter video for that reason. This was a short chapter, last chapter, but I hope that for anyone who has watched these videos, or even just one, that you have found some help, and that you have maybe realize some things about yourself or a loved one. And it's really just nice knowing that you're not alone, and that there are things you can do to help yourself as a sensitive or empathic person, and that you are not you're not weird, you're not any of the things that too sensitive or wussy. You're a special person with a gift, or your loved one is, whoever you're watching this for, listening for. And that's something that should be embraced, honored, and cherished. And I think that this book has helped me quite a bit, and I am looking forward to giving you the last videos with all of the tips and tricks, so that you have one place you can go for anything that you're looking for throughout the book itself. So until my next video, I will grab my tortoise to say goodnight. Come here, Mama. She says good night, and we'll see you in the next video. Till next time, take care.